and the crusty part. This is the part you really want. Whoa, that was amazing. Okay, good morning. And when I say good morning, I really mean good morning. It's 3 a.m. I'm going to prep a 10-pound Boston butt pork shoulder for the smoker. I'm getting on early, so it has time to slowly smoke all day long. My wife is still sleeping, so I'm trying to be a little quiet. Okay, so throughout all my studies and all my research, prepping a smoke butt, you want to remove anything that's hanging like this so it doesn't burn. Anything that won't render down during the smoke process. So what I'm seeing is stuff like this. Just gonna trim that off like that. For the most part, this looks pretty good on this side. Like this piece right here. But here's the most important part. This big piece of fat right here. And they say you could take it off at the end of the smoke. And they also say you could slice it down, exposing the meat so you can get a nice seasoning and crust on it. So I'm just gonna cut some of this fat off right now. You're gonna want a nice sharp knife for this. Look at that coming off real nice. Getting up this early in the morning. Maybe I should have done this the day before. I definitely think if you're gonna do an early morning smoke, you might want to do a little bit of the prep work the day before. There's no reason you couldn't have. I should have, but these are the things I'm learning. All right. So as you can tell, I got a lot of the fat trimmed off, exposing a little bit more meat so I can actually season and penetrate the meat better, giving it a nicer crust and better flavor. So with it all trimmed up really nice, look at all the fat that I removed. So now the next thing I want to do, and I want to get this seasoned. In full honesty, this is the second pork butt that I have smoked. First one came out really good. The one thing I didn't do, and it was a little bit of a discussion, was I did not first coat it in mustard, a binder for the seasonings that I'm going to put on. I actually went by a local barbecue shop. I actually had an opportunity to sample all the different spices and rubs that they sell, determine which one I like the best. We ended up going with these 3 spice rubs. The first one's going to be this Heath Riles garlic butter, which is basically a salt, pepper, garlic combination. This is going to be my all-purpose spice rub. This will be used on pretty much anything I ever cook or smoked, and I really thought this had a really good flavor, and this is why I went with this one. And this is going to be my base seasoning. I'm gonna then layer it with this Smoking Guns barbecue. It was a really good flavoring combined with the garlic butter, and then in the last layer I'm going to do is the sweet Cimarron Docks. All I can tell you is we went in there, we tasted a whole bunch of different spices and rubs, and this 3 spice rub combination, and this is what we went with. So this is what I'm going to be cooking with today. But first I gotta get a binder on there. So we're going to use this mustard. It does not change the flavor. It does not add anything except help the seasoning stick. Since I didn't do it the last time, I'm going to do it this time. I think that's pretty well rubbed up. Let's put the first layer on here. First layer. Nice and even coat. I want to get in these crooks and crannies on the edges. You may have heard this before, that when you have a big piece of meat, you want it heavily seasoned. It's a big piece of meat, so it needs a big time seasoning. I think I got that very much covered throughout the whole entire thing. Next, Smoking Guns barbecue rub. This is looking so pretty already. It truly is an art, I tell you. My beginner's art class. Just trying to figure this stuff out. All right, I think I've got all 4 sides now. And then the final layer is Cimarron Docks Barbecue Company Sweet Rib Rub Barbecue Seasoning. I can smell that one. All right, you want to let this sit for about 15, 30 minutes and let it sweat out. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So while this is sweating out, I'm going to go get my smoker preheated, and that'll give this time to sweat out. And when it does, I'll be ready to put on the barbecue. All right, so I think I mentioned it's 3:30 in the morning and it's a little dark outside. So before I go outside and put this on the smoker, I wanted to show you how it looked after it sweated up. You can see how wet after sweating, oozing with color and flavor. So this is ready to go on the smoker. I've got it preheated to 250. It's a little bit higher than I did last time. 225 to 275 is the range that I've read most people smoke their pork butts at. I did it 225 last time, and it took me 12 hours, so it was an all-day thing, which is not a bad thing, but I'm bumping it up to 250 because that's the only reading I can get on my smoker. Otherwise, I would do 275, and hopefully that'll speed it up a little bit. I'm also putting it on a little bit earlier. Like I said, it's 3:30 in the morning, and then maybe it'll be done sooner. We won't be eating at 7 o'clock at night, and we can enjoy our pulled pork. All right, so let me get this out on the smoker, and we'll be cooking. All right, I know it's really dark out here, so we're gonna make this quick. Close the lid, and we'll be back in a couple hours to check on it. All right, so 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30. It's been a little bit more than 4 hours. It's got a beautiful crust on it. I've been spritzing it every hour for the last 4 hours. As you can see with the probe in it, it's reading 134 internal temperature. When it hits 160, I will pull it off, wrap it, and put it back on. So it's looking good. It's got really good crust on it. I'm very pleased with the progress so far. We're gonna watch it, spritz it every hour, and keep an eye on it. All right, so the probe thermometer gives me 165. I'm gonna bring it inside and wrap her up. And here is our beautiful, crusty pork butt. 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 6 hours to get to 165. So now, one of the techniques that I've seen, I'm going to try today, is a little bit of butter. Just going to stack some butter right on top here. I've also seen them add a little bit of some type of fruit juice in the bottom, but I don't have any fruit juice. I do have a little bit of apple cider vinegar, which is what I've been spritzing it with for the last 5 hours. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in the bottom just to keep that steam going. And now the only thing left to do is seal it up tight. And I do want to stick my probe back in there, just like that. And we're ready to put this back on the smoker. And at 205 degrees is when we're going to pull it off. All right, now it's just a waiting game. Slow and low, let it go. Hey, I made it rhyme. Bam! To go with my pulled pork, I'm going to make pulled pork sliders. Hawaiian King rolls are going to be the slider rolls, but I'm going to make myself a little coleslaw, homemade coleslaw. I bought matchstick carrots because just less work, but I did buy real cabbage and I need to slice it up real thin. Ugh, right through the nut. Now, like I said, as far as the carrots, I bought matchstick carrots because it's just easier than trying to slice these up. And I'm gonna put about a half a bag in there. And now look at this beautiful coleslaw. This beautiful cabbage and carrot sliced, and it's gonna turn into coleslaw. And I'm gonna transfer a little bit into the smaller bowl. Give it a nice little tossing. All right, so this is it. All right. All right, we got a little bit more time left on the Boston butt. So I'm gonna clean up a little bit here. And I think next time you see me, I'll be taking the butt off the smoker. And now for the big reveal. Okay, so an hour of resting. I'm a true home cook. And like I've said before, a lot of times I don't know what I'm doing. So everything is a learning experience. Now, I did say earlier, this is my second one. I've done this one before, and it came out really good. I did this one slightly different. I added the mustard as a binding agent and the butter right before I wrapped it to rest. Oh, right before I put it back on after I wrapped it for the remaining cook time. So this is the big reveal. Okay, it looks great. A lot of juice, which I don't know if it's a good thing or not. But what I would like to try and do, what is going on here? Oh, it's all wet in there. All right. All right. I got it off. And now I gotta put this someplace because the bottom of it's really wet. I'll put this in the sink. Okay, so here is the finished product. Here is the true test, right? Oh, well, that's not working out. Ooh, why is this bone not coming out? What am I doing wrong here? Oh my God, the clean bone test. I want the clean bone test. All right, so when I pull it from here, the bone didn't come out clean. Because it comes, look, boom. Tell me that's not a clean bone. There it is, clean bone. All right, that's not what I've seen in the videos. I was kind of cooking. I didn't quite do that, but the bone's clean. Okay, you tell me, what do you think? It looks really, really juicy. So this right here is supposed to be super tender. They say, save this for yourself. So I want to bust this off right here. And they say this is the part right here. Oh, I forgot to take a picture of it. Oh, I'm an idiot. I can't put it back together. Oh. I didn't get the perfect picture. All right, there ain't much I can do about it. All right, so I'm gonna start pulling this apart. Look at that smoke ring. I definitely have a smoke ring. See that right there? There is a smoke ring. Look at that smoke ring right there. And the crusty part. This is the part you really want. Whoa, that was amazing. All right, so I'm gonna break this up a little bit right now. And then, once it's all broken up and shredded, pulled pork, get it? Pulled pork. I'm gonna make pulled pork sliders. I'll be right back after I finish pulling my pork apart. And now comes the fun part, the eating, building and eating. All right, so like I said, I've got these Hawaiian King rolls. I got my homemade coleslaw. And I explained to you earlier, we went to that local barbecue joint and we sampled a whole bunch of spices and rubs and barbecue sauces, and we went with this Blue Hog original barbecue sauce. So this is gonna go on, oh my God, I can't, I'm salivating so much. This is gonna go on my slider, my pulled pork slider. All right, so to build it, basically you got your King Hawaiian roll. Get some of this meat, and I'm just gonna pile that on there nicely and high, like that. I'm gonna put a little pork on this one, like this. Oh my God, this is so incredible. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of this coleslaw. I'm gonna put that on top like that. A little bit on this top like that. And then a little bit of this on top of this one like this. Oh crap, you know what I should have done though first? I should have poured the barbecue sauce on first. But it's all going the same place. It's all gonna taste good. And it's all gonna be in that first bite. So, look at this thick sauce. We're just gonna make a mess here. Watch this. We're just gonna pour this right across here like this. All right. I would have liked this to be on the meat, like I said, but you know what? Happy mistakes, right? So, boom, boom. Oh man, look at these things. Pulled pork sliders. This is Buck's Kitchen. And what do we do in Buck's Kitchen? What we do best in Buck's Kitchen than anything else is the eating. So let's pick one of these sliders up. Oh. This sauce is so sweet. I can't say how much I enjoyed this eating part. The cooking was a lot of fun. Getting up at 3:30, you know, I didn't mind it. For something that comes out this good, getting up a little early, not that big of a deal. Especially eating like, it's 1:30, it's lunchtime, you know. It's last time I made this, I started at 7 a.m. and we didn't eat it till 7 p.m. It took 12 hours. This is coming out at a more reasonable time. Anyway, this is Buck's Kitchen, pulled pork sliders. If you like this video, let me know below, comment. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm just getting started. I'd love to have you subscribe. Let me know if there's something you'd like to see me cook. I've got a smoker, I've got a griddle, and I've got a barbecue. So I can cook just about anything. I even have an oven back here. I can cook. This is Buck's Kitchen. We do it all. You know who's a big help though? My wife. Because she cleans up after my sloppy ass, all right? So you want to subscribe just for that reason alone. For the effort that she puts in behind the scenes. I'll let you go. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next cook. Hi, baby.